Okay, I'm going to pick up where I left off in part one. We were just clicking on the mentor list. Like I mentioned, not every mentor in the program is available every semester. It depends on what their business looks like. It depends on how many other students they're mentoring because they do keep them through graduation and just a number of factors. So we do have to respect that and look at the mentors who are available. The mentors who are available to you for the coming semester are the mentors who, if you're scrolling through this list as you see, are listed as CEN Mentor 2016 in blue. If you see that denotation, those mentors are the mentors that you should be making a list of. You want to create a short list that you'll take to the mixer of those that you'd really like to meet so that you're better prepared for that evening. Additionally, you may also see that there are some mentors. If you see Steve Burt right here, is listed in red. We are still getting these in. I recommend looking after January 28th. Once they've all RSVP'd, we'll change these denotations online. The mentors listed in red are mentors who have said, I cannot make the mixer, I've got a conflict that night, but I am willing to take one or more students this semester. So if you see a name in blue or red, then those are the mentors that you want to be looking at as possible candidates for your mentor. Now, the reason we've differentiated is because in the past, students were disappointed when they made a list and showed up at the mixer, and that person wasn't there but was taking someone and they never got to meet them. So now we've denoted in red that they are taking, but they are not going to be there. If you know this, and even those listed in blue, it would be okay to do this. It's to your benefit to make your list, have it ready to go to the mixer, and when you click on the names of the mentors, by the way, most of them have included a bio, so you can do a little bit of research on these mentors. And at the top, you can also sort by different majors and that sort of thing. If you see a mentor that you're interested in that is going to be at the mixer, you may want to be proactive and email them. It really helps you stand out if you make efforts to initiate contact. Their information is not listed here for privacy reasons. You cannot email them right off of the website. But if you would like their contact information, you can always email me. You'll see that information later in the PowerPoint. And then you can contact them via email and simply say something like, you know, I noticed your profile online, I plan to attend the mixer, I've applied to the network, and I think that you'd make a great mentor. Here's a copy of my resume, I hope to see you there. If they're listed in red and you know that they won't be there, maybe you want to ask them to a cup of coffee. Certainly, I don't encourage you to skip the mixer if you feel that you've met a good match outside of this, because we do need to be aware of all of the matches, and you want the networking opportunity. You may meet somebody who even better fits your needs, but it is absolutely worth reaching out to them. And again, all you do is email me. I get their permission to give you their contact information and you can reach out to them. Do that at least a few days before the mixer. So anytime between when you're accepted and as we approach the 11th, it's a good idea to make that list to take to the mixer, as well as to write down the mentors that you'd like to meet and let me know if there's any that you'd like to contact. I don't recommend doing it with a large number because you will only match with one, and I don't recommend solidifying your preferences until you've gone to the mixer and met others, because remember, you really want to click personality-wise. You want to talk about expectations and figure out who might meet your needs. It may not be the person that you thought initially based on this. So don't lock yourself in. Be open to other opportunities. We do our best to match as many students as possible, but there are, again, more of you than there are of them. So being proactive is so very, very important, because not every person gets matched, and you may not get matched with your first choice, although every mentor is excellent. And sometimes more important than having the exact same background or industry that you want to go into is having a good personality match, because you may find that that person can be more helpful with preparing you for an interview or offering you good advice or helping you network with another mentor. So I do encourage you to look at that list. Again, after the 28th, blue mentors will be attending, red mentors will be taking someone but not attending the mixer. And if you're interested, send me an email and I can provide you with contact information. Okay, so let me close that and go back to the PowerPoint. Again, blue are attending and taking students, red are not attending but taking students. If you do not see the blue or red denotation, we cannot match you with that mentor at this time. It may be that at some point in the future, after you're a part of the network and have talked with your mentor, you may connect with that mentor as well, just informally and maybe one time to ask a question you might have of them. But we do have to respect their capacity. And then you select the ones that you're interested in meeting at the mixer. As I said, make that list. Then you go to the mixer. What happens at the mixer? Well, at the mixer, you're going to get the chance to meet and greet potential mentors. This is a almost like a rush week or a speed dating type event, if you will. It's your opportunity to present yourself well to the mentors. Be proactive. Go up and shake hands. Dress for success. Suit and tie. If you don't have a suit, as long as you have a tie, we don't expect you to go out and buy a new wardrobe for this. It would be beneficial. Do not come dressed casually. You will not fit in with the majority of the people you see there, and I will show you some pictures later in the slide presentation. And at the end of the night, you'll be given a preference card to fill out your preferences and submit before you leave. Mentors also submit one. The matching process is a fairly extensive process and takes about a week, so give me a little time after the mixer. Sometimes people email me the next day wanting to know if they've been matched, but it does take care and consideration, and we do try to give preference to the mentees first. And at this mixer, you'll also want to hand out a business card. Now, there is a link on that resources page that I showed in the last presentation to a business card template, or you can go print one at any Kinko's or wherever you'd like to print it. But if you want to print it with UNCW, in the email that I send after you've been accepted, I will resend that link and an explanation of what you do. But they're $120 a sheet of 10. You probably want to have about 50. Print them on a thick cardstock. Mentors collect them all evening and slide them into their pockets, and you don't want them to get too crumpled. But the instructions on how to do it and where the template is will be sent to you in an email. Make sure that you do put a picture, not a monkey, but a picture of yourself, your contact info. Put some things that could strike up a conversation, your interests and that sort of thing, and of course your name and your major. You can make it look however you'd like, but we do encourage a picture, which is abnormal for a normal business function, but important here because the mentors are collecting a lot of cards and you want them to see yours. But do come with these. Every student will have them. You will want to pass them out. Not all mentors have one to give to you, but you do want to give them one. These are sort of what the preference cards look like. They'll be in different colors. We may be collecting some information via surveys on tablets as well, but at the end of the night, the mentor puts their name, the number of people that they can take, which is their capacity, and they list up to 6 people that they'd prefer, or they ask me to do the matching for them. And I do that based on what I know their backgrounds are, and I try to make the best matches possible. They have 6 spaces because they may have more than one student that they're taking on. Students will fill in 3. Please fill in every space. You want to have as many opportunities. If you just list one, that person may list you on their card, but only be taking one student, and if you weren't listed first and someone else listed them as one, then you don't get that mentor of your preference. Again, any mentor you match with will be a wonderful opportunity, but it is good to put down at least all 3 choices on that card. Come with your list, maybe be proactive and reach out ahead of time, and really make an effort to do that. Okay, so here's just a few pictures to give you an idea of what the mixer sort of looks like that evening. So they come in, students get name tags, mentors get name tags. You can see everyone's dressed professionally. This is in the Warwick Center. There is food. People mingle. The mentors have different name tags than the students. Sometimes it's hard to tell who is who because there are non-traditional students and mentors who are still active in the work world. So you're looking for the name tags that have the green bar at the top, whereas the students have sticky name tags. The mentors are reusable, so that's how you can tell the difference. But again, you see the professional dress here. Everyone has a good time. It's a fun social gathering, and it is I know it can be a little bit of a pressure-filled situation for the students, but relax, shake hands, go up and talk to people, really make an effort to put yourself out there so that you will find that you're on their preference card as well. Some more pictures from the event, and at the end of the night putting name tags away and taking preference cards is what we're doing. Now, after the mixer, the SEN office reviews those matches. As I told you, it's a bit of a puzzle. It takes a while. We work very hard and try to consider the students' matches first. It takes about 1 week. The students and the mentors will then be informed via email of their parents. Students, when you are informed, please make sure that you are the first to reach out to your mentor. It is not their job to contact you. If you don't have their contact info at the time of the pairings, when you receive my email, email me, I'll give it to you. Set a meeting in about a week. They're expecting it, and again, you're establishing the relationship, showing the respect that you are excited to have this person who may otherwise be consulting for a high fee, who's volunteering their time at your disposal, you're contacting them first once that pairing has been made. And again, as we make these matches, we try to give the preference to the student where it is possible. Couple of important reminders as we wrap up. Check your email regularly. For this and all of the events, I will be communicating with you via email. Eventually, I will allow you to sign up once you're in the program for some text reminders that I might send on the day of an event to keep you posted, but we contact you by email and you need to be responsive to us and to your mentor. If you can't meet, sometimes things come up, but you must always be telling your mentor, because just as we want you to be comfortable and happy with the match, which we'll talk about in the last slide, we want the mentor to feel the same way. And on a few occasions, they have dismissed students who are not fully responsive or respectful of that mentor's time. Also, attendance is imperative. Missing 2 events that you have RSVP'd to can result in a dismissal of the network. Again, for professional reasons, we do need to set this up. We've had students who, if you can't make an event, we have talks, dinners, and things that go on throughout the semester, no problem. But if you RSVP yes, and we tell catering, and we pay for your meal, and you don't show up to an event without ever having told us why, things come up, we understand, feel free to email me. That counts as 1 strike against, and we do only allow 2 of those, and that means with meetings for mentors too. If you've RSVP'd yes, it's a good business practice to be there, and we are spending quite a bit of money to pay for meals, which you get for free at these events. So please, if you told us you can make it, show up or let us know in an appropriate amount of time if something has come up that keeps you from that commitment. If you didn't RSVP, it's no problem, but if you told us yes, we do need you to keep that commitment. And on a final note, we expect that each mentor or mentee contact the SEN office, contact us promptly if he or she at any time believes the mentoring relationship is not working effectively, or if you become uncomfortable in any way. We work very hard to protect you all. Our mentors do go through background checks, and they are very professional, and we have protocols that they look at. They go through an orientation as well. But we tell both the mentor and the mentee, we want you to be comfortable, we want the relationship to work. Give it some time, see if it's a good fit. But if you are still feeling that it's not, please let this office know so that we can make a change if needed. And our contact information is here below. I'm not going to play the student testimonials due to the time constraints of the video, but I will provide a link along with the links to these videos to Crystal Hollenbaugh to be able to give you if you'd like to hear from some students. I hope that I've given you enough time to get these email addresses down. Again, I'm Sarah Kessler, the program administrator. Feel free to email me or call me at any time. I'm in Cameron Hall 131. Bob Pius and Alan Patrick are the co-chairs and help run the program as well. Thank you.